Hi guys, Crystal, SavvyBroker.com. I want to talk to you about Realtor Accountability, my favorite oxymoron. There is no accountability for realtors. Realtors are not held accountable when they lie to consumers. They're not held accountable when they hurt other realtors. When you try to complain about a realtor, you are most of the time told to just, go away, let it go. You'll never win. If you do get to an arbitration, realtors are self-governed, so they get to decide in some big meeting whether the realtor really did violate those ethics, right? So we're not even talking about laws here. The laws, the realtors don't even care about the laws. They're like, oh my goodness, let the attorneys work that out. And so the Association of Realtors will stand up, if there's two realtors involved, they'll stand up for the one that's in the good old boys club, and that can, be girls too. So there is no accountability. I once had a realtor interfere with the sale really bad, and it violated many ethics codes and realtor, MLS rules, and I talked to the managing broker, and they told me that they could not help me because they were on the grievance committee at the local association of realtors. So how come they let managing brokers be on the grievance committee? Well, probably, so you can't complain. You try to talk to the head of the Association of Realtors, and they basically just force you to just kind of keep it on the down low. Now, the realtors affect the state laws, the governing bodies of the, realty regulations, real estate commissions, whatever it is in your state. The realtors kind of push them around and they get their way quite often. Ethics are not law. Realtors say they're of a higher standard because they follow ethics. Well, they don't follow ethics. The realtors who try to follow ethics, they get discouraged very quickly because the realtors who don't never get in trouble. Even proven fraud, broken laws, realtors don't get in trouble. As I've said in other videos, the E&O insurance protects the realtor, and the Association of Realtors protects the realtor. And if there's two realtors involved, the one that makes the most money for the chain, the franchise, the Association of Realtors, the local association, or is can cause the biggest fuss in town, they're the ones who win. So there is no accountability in real estate, even though they pretend there is with flyers like, got a complaint? Problem with a fellow realtor? Not sure where to turn? Ready to take matters into your own hands? Afraid of being buried under paperwork? Let your local board's Code of Ethics enforcement program point you in the right direction. And they seem all friendly and helpful. It's not true. They shut you down. They will not let you tattle on other realtors. Unless, of course, a realtor, buyer's rebates are legal in my state now. But they sent out flyers, like a year ago, that said, buyer's rebates are mortgage fraud, and if you know realtors that are doing it, basically, we needed to tell on each other. But we're not encouraged to tell on each other when antitrust laws are broken, or when things like RESPA laws are broken, or we have other ethics or broken laws or violations. We're encouraged to just shut up about it. So, these flyers that talk about Code of Ethics enforcements, members' benefits, who can file an arbitration, standard of practice, that's just all to fool the Department of Justice into thinking that the realtors actually comply to this stuff. They don't. Just like they don't comply to antitrust laws. Realtors, they tell us it's not mandatory to be a realtor and that you have choice. You don't have a choice. If you want to succeed in your area and you need the MLS database, it's so secret and coveted that they think they own, they want to keep the public out of it, then you have to kind of join. But still, hey, if you don't want to, play their game, and, if you get internet marketing, you can just kind of quit that. It's a new world now, but that's how it was before, and a lot of realtors are afraid to quit because they need the association. Now that's the broker owner I'm talking about. The managing brokers, the broker associates and the agents, they don't have a choice. If their broker is a realtor, they have to be a realtor, a member of the Association of Realtors. It is not elective. It's not something you get to choose, even though the Association of Realtors will tell you that it is something that you choose. You don't actually have to join, but you kind of do. Insurance companies a lot of them won't even insure you unless you're a realtor, because they want you to be a realtor, because being a realtor is a higher standard. you know, you got ethics. You put your hand across your heart and you say, I promise to take care of my clients. I promise not to lie, and all this gibberish that you say. So you are a realtor, then you're a higher caliber person as a realtor than you are as a real estate agent or real estate broker that don't belong to their club, their clique. So all of these industries are tied together, right? Some appraisers, some local banks, they have access to the MLS database, but non-realtor members or real estate agents that don't belong to the Association of Realtors, they can't have access. You, the public, can't have access. Who decides who gets access to the MLS and who don't? The local MLS thinks it's their data. They worked really hard all these years to create it. Well, it's your data. If it wasn't for you, the buyers and the sellers, there would be no MLS data, right? But because they convinced you to list with them or to use them as a buyer's agent, they think it's their hard-earned data. It was your blood, sweat, and tears, your money, your time, your life that created this database that they secretly keep you out of. Because they only want professional realtors that know how to use the database to have access to it, right? What would happen if the public could use the database? Well, just one more notch in all of the millions of reasons why you shouldn't use a realtor. They want to keep the information because they want to keep the control. There's no reason to keep you out of it. 1 week of school, a few $100, and you're signed up with the local association of realtors, and you can see into that secret database too. So basically, it's all about keeping realtors. It's kind of some of the same reasons they want to keep banks out of the MLS, and oh no, not out of the MLS, but out of being, you know, a realtor. It's like taking the place of a realtor. Keep banks out of real estate, and they give tons of reasons. At my website, realestateindustrywhistleblower.com, I talk about this issue. It's kind of funny, all the reasons they say to keep banks out. And realtors do those things. They think that banks might do all of these things that they list, so they don't want banks in real estate. But realtors are doing these bad things to consumers now. So find out more at realestateindustrywhistleblower.com and learn more about the real estate process and what goes on behind the closed doors of your real estate transaction before you sign on the dotted line. Have a great day and take care out there.